My 37M, wife, 33F, thinks it's weird I'm playing a game with a 19M. How to handle it? I met this guy about 8 months ago at the gym. He asked me for a spot one day, and since then we say hi and sometimes talk about supplements/gym shit and more recently video games. He said we should play Grounded too, and so now we play maybe twice a week for an hour or so. The kid is kind of nerdy, and it's pretty apparent he doesn't have a lot of friends. He is going to community college while his buddies all left for 4-year universities. I didn't really think much of it when we started playing games together because they're video games, and that's one of the great things about them, they transcend age. Until my wife said it was creepy and asked me to stop playing games with him because he's too young. Anyways, now it's a fight, and I'm wondering if I'm wrong. I feel like we should normalize intergenerational friendships between adults, like some sort of big sibling relationship. I think it's cool that you're comfortable sharing a hobby with this guy. It would be a little weird if you considered him your best friend and asked him to be your best man, or your child's godparent, or anything big like that, because you are twice his age and in different life stages. But video games? They connect everyone. Why is it weird to hang out with your juniors? There's a lot of wisdom and fun to be had, and it shouldn't be gate kept by age if you share similar interest. It's like saying not to play chess with this kid, he's too young. What does it matter? Cristiano Ronaldo is 40 and has to play football with 18 years old. Ask your wife to elaborate why opponent's age in video game would matter. When I was 22, I had a friend who was 70. He was the father of a friend from college. He was a bit of a mentor and father figure, but we also had fun going out for drinks together, talking politics and business and technology. Fascinating man. Intergenerational friendships can be really quite impactful. Your wife is being weird. Does your wife think you're trying to have sex with this young man, or what's really bothering her about this? Husband, 25M, left after an argument, turned off location sharing and won't answer my 26F. Hi everyone, I could really use some advice. Last night, my husband and I got into a pretty big argument. I had scheduled a house showing with our realtor, and I had let him know about it the day before. I even reminded him earlier that day, but when the time came, he acted like he didn't remember and got really upset that I expected him to go. To try and keep the mood light, I brought him a burger, but when he got grumpy about the showing, he crumpled the burger box and threw it in the trash. Then he slammed the door so hard it left a dent in the freezer. At that point, I told him he needed to leave because of his behavior. Since then, he hasn't contacted me at all. He didn't show up for work today, and one of his co-workers even called me asking if I knew where he was. I'm really shaken and confused. I don't know if I should be worried or just give him space. I think I'd report him missing to the police personally because he also didn't go to work. The future of this relationship is a different topic, but I would definitely be worried about his safety. I think we all realize this man does not want to buy a house with you, and I really don't want you buying a home with someone who is violently destructive when he's angry. Give us more backstory about your relationship. How did you get to here? Please don't say you don't understand. This is your life and your husband. Has he been telling you he wants to slow down and you're not listening? Is he usually a man-child about not getting his way? This is immature behavior. He's probably drunk somewhere or shacking up with an affair partner. Cheaters always get mean when they're cheating. Sounds like you have a man-child. You should probably just cut your losses, because if something as simple as showing sets off a tantrum like a 5-year-old, that says a lot. I'd call his family, the hospitals, police if it's been 24 hours. I don't think his reaction is about a house showing. Keep your guard up. For some reason, he doesn't want to buy a house with you. Why? Is he cheating? Ran off to be with his girlfriend? Is he having money issues/gambling, and you will find out he has debt when applying for mortgage? Call his parents and tell them what happens and for them to reach out and make sure he is okay. Wife 30F has been communicating with a murderer for 3 years. What do I, 31M, do? So my wife, 30F, and I, 31M, have been married for 10 years, as of just barely Monday, actually. On June 7th, 2025, she had seemed off. So I asked her what was going on. She said she hasn't been happy and decided a month prior she wanted a divorce, and had said absolutely nothing about it. This was a Saturday night. She says, let's talk about it tomorrow, and goes to sleep. Next day, Sunday. We have the conversation starting at around 9 a.m. By 11 a.m., she told me to go live at your parents' house. Matter of fact, don't speak to me unless it's about our daughter, 2F. So I leave house. and obviously I can't leave her alone. Later that night I go to help with bath time and bedtime for the baby. I asked her if there was any part of her that wanted to work it out. Her response was, "If you would have done what I asked and ignored me, I would have said yes. But since you didn't, then no." Fast forward a few days. My depression, which I've been diagnosed with for 5 years and have been fine, spiraled, and I had thoughts of hurting myself. I called the only person I could think of to call for help. My wife's response was, "I cannot be this person for you. Call someone else," and hung the phone up. Later that day, I had a feeling to look through the phone logs. I found out she had been talking to another man, who she had had sex with prior to our relationship, for over 1,800 minutes, 30-ish hours, in a 17-day span. All the calls or texts were time-stamped during my work hours when she was supposed to be the sole caregiver of our daughter. I'll note she immediately got off our shared phone plan when I confronted her about this. So the divorce process has started. She has moved in with her parents. During this process, she has 1. Threatened to burn my house down, 2. Stolen a firearm from me, and 3. Come over to the house with a friend, disabled all the security cameras and stolen my belongings, our daughter's belongings, and who knows what else. Her divorce petition is requesting for me to double my life insurance policy and make her, my ex-wife, sole decisioner and executor of my policy and money. Since we have to do the financial declarations, as part of this, I have found out a few other things. She, who has been fully self-employed since 2016, has never ever filed her federal nor state taxes, not one time. I have always been completely separated from her business and bank accounts, don't even know the account number. So because she doesn't file taxes, which apparently means nothing in family law, she had to provide 3 years of bank statements. For 3 years, she has been intentionally and consistently sending money to and communicating with an inmate she knows, who she also had sex with prior to us, who is currently serving 2 consecutive life sentences for murdering his grandparents. Obviously, she has nothing to say about this, even threatens harassment charges if I ask about it. My question is, do any of these things really matter in a divorce, as far as custody or anything goes? TBH, I couldn't care less about division of marital property or money. All I care about is my daughter. I'm being told by my legal counsel that none of this stuff matters. But if she's going to go out of her way to have a relationship with this person, I don't want her, or especially him, anywhere near my daughter. Now I'm on high alert wherever I go. Especially if a strange car pulls up beside me in a parking lot. What are our thoughts on this? Am I too much in my head about this? Or is fearing for my life the correct feeling? Dude, she's planning to kill you or have you killed. Double life insurance policy. Leave her as the owner of it, stealing a gun, talking to a murderer. Get law enforcement help and a restraining order. Your ex-wife is a fucking lunatic. Just take her for all she's worth. Change your life insurance payout to anyone else than your wife. Use the stuff about the life insurance, the theft of the gun, and the disabling of security cameras to file a police report. Install new cameras, report the gun stolen. Set the cameras to save video to the cloud. Get new locks. She's coming for you. Tell her parents about all of this. It's possible she may have a psychiatric history you don't know about. But dude, you are not safe. Get a lawyer like yesterday. This is serious. Don't confide in her at all. She will use whatever she can against you in court regarding your daughter. Do what your lawyer says. Get a security alarm installed. Call the police if she threatens you again. Document everything. If anyone takes this seriously, I'm gonna cry. Your wife's writing love letters to a murderer, and you're worried the judge won't care? Darling, that's the least shocking part of this story, that you're not paranoid. You're noticing the difference between bad taste and real danger. Judges won't care about her letters to a murderer, but they will care about threats to burn your house down, stolen firearms, and breaking into your home. Frame it that way, and you protect your daughter without sounding like you're spiraling. I, 30M, love my partner, 45F, but want to have a wife and children. Is it time to break up? I met this amazing older woman a few years ago and have had an incredible relationship with her. She was fresh off of a divorce when we met, and I was fresh off of a breakup, thinking this would just be a fun fling. Much to my surprise, we fell in love, and she is amazing. We make each other better and get along so well. The problem is that she has 2 almost adult kids and does not want to get married and cannot have any more kids, but she wants to stay together. She is an amazing woman. though I am increasingly feeling like I want to try to work on building a family in the next couple of years. This feeling of wanting to begin a family has become so prominent in my subconscious that it has started showing up in my dreams. I am at a loss and don't want to lose this incredible woman, but our ideas for the future are at an impasse. Is breaking up reasonable? You can't have half a kid or half a marriage. Sadly, time to pack up. The problem quite literally answers your question. You say you're feeling like you want to try to work on building a family, but she quite literally has told you that she doesn't want to get married, and then that she can't have more kids. You're not at a loss. She might very well be the best woman on earth, but if you stay with her, you're never getting married or having your own children. Neither of you are wrong. You're just unfortunately wrong for each other. So yes, breaking up is the move. Good luck. It doesn't matter if breaking up is reasonable or unreasonable. You are incompatible. You want things that she won't agree to. If you truly want to have children and she doesn't, then breaking up is the only reasonable thing to do. I'm sorry. It takes a lot of courage to end things because you know you don't have a future with someone, but it's better for everyone in the end. This is why my ex and I broke up. We loved each other so much, but he wanted a family and I didn't. There was no point staying together because I could never be that person to stop him from wanting what he dreamed of, and he didn't want to be that person that made me want to do something I didn't want to. While I agree that you are incompatible in your life goals, I would caution only one other thing to consider. Just because you break up doesn't mean you will find another woman to marry and have children with in the next few years. If you do, you may not have the same kind of relationship you do with this woman. That is the one thing I would caution you to weigh against this decision along with your other options. A. Stay and lose the chance of children/marriage. B. Leave and gain the opportunity of children/marriage. C. Leave and possibly still lose the chance of the dream/goal while losing a relationship you actually seem to enjoy being in.